Hello friends, I am Nisha Sharma, Associate Professor, Department of English. The topic under discussion today is an introduction to phonetic description. Now you must be eager to know what is phonetic description. Phonetic description is the visual representation of speech sounds by means of symbols. Phonetic description क्या है? स्पीच साउंड्स को शो करने का सिंबल्स के माध्यम से जो तरीका है वो कहलाता है फोनेटिक ट्रांसक्रिप्शन. Phonetics is related with the study of speech sounds, and transcription is the act or process of representing something in a written or printed form. Phonetics जो है वो लिंग्विस्टिक्स की ब्रांच है और ये क्या करती है? ये हमारी भाषा में जो ध्वनि है उसका अध्ययन करती है. और ट्रांसक्रिप्शन क्या है? ये किसी चीज को लिखित या प्रिंट फॉर्म में दर्शाने का एक प्रक्रिया है, तरीका है. और इस प्रकार से फोनेटिक ट्रांसक्रिप्शन को हिंदी में हम क्या कह सकते हैं? ध्वन्यात्मक प्रतिलेखन, क्योंकि ट्रांसक्रिप्शन या ट्रांसक्रिप्ट होती है प्रतिलिपि. तो फोनेटिक ट्रांसक्रिप्शन इज क्या हुआ? ध्वन्यात्मक. ध्वन्यात्मक मीन्स रिलेटेड विद ध्वनि या साउंड. प्रतिलेखन इज जिसको हमने कॉपी किया है, प्रेजेंट किया है थ्रू राइटिंग. फोनेटिक ट्रांसक्रिप्शन लुक्स क्वाइट अनलाइक अ रेगुलर और टू से ऑर्थोग्राफिक ट्रांसक्रिप्शन. बाकी लेखन से ये कुछ अलग है. The transcriber notes the way the spoken words are pronounced using a special alphabet of phonetic symbols. प्रतिलिपि लिखने वाला जो है, बोलने वाले शब्द किस तरह से बोले जाते हैं उसके लिए एक अलग तरह की अल्फाबेट का यूज करता है, जिसमें फोनेटिक सिंबल्स या प्रतीक होते हैं. और वो मोस्ट कॉमन इज द इंटरनेशनल फोनेटिक अल्फाबेट. और उसमें सबसे कॉमन जो है, सबसे फेमस जो अल्फाबेट है वो इंटरनेशनल फोनेटिक अल्फाबेट या IPA के नाम से जाने जाते हैं. You have probably seen IPA symbols in dictionaries. Printed between a word and its definition, you will find something like this. Look at this word. देखने में हमें इसमें कुछ समझ में नहीं आता है. उल्टा सी है, फिर डॉट है, DI है, फिर उल्टा E लग रहा है, U भी कुछ डिस्टॉर्टेड फॉर्म में लग रहा है. वास्तव में क्या है? दिस इज अ फोनेटिक स्पेलिंग ऑफ ऑड U. Like many English language words, it is not obvious how to say audio if you are not a native speaker. But when transcribed phonetically, each sound in the word is represented by a symbol. कि अगर हम इंग्लैंड जैसे देश के रहने वाले वहाँ के मूल नागरिक नहीं है तो हम नहीं समझ पाएंगे कि हम ऑडियो को कैसे बोलें. पर यदि उसका फोनेटिक सिंबल होगा और हम उस सिंबल से परिचित होंगे तो हम उस वर्ड को सही प्रोनाउंस कर सकते हैं. Non-English speakers who know how to read IPA can read back a phonetic transcription with the correct English pronunciation, even if they don't know the meaning. In fact, IPA works for every spoken language, not just English. Here is an example of what the phonetic transcription of a full sentence looks like. अब देखिए, ऐसा लग रहा है किसी बच्चे ने कोई गलत सी ड्राइंग बना दी है. कुछ समझ में हमें इसमें नहीं आ रहा. इसका कहीं हमें सिर और पैर नजर नहीं आ रहा. कांट मेक हेड नॉर टेल ऑफ इट. और जबकि उसका ऑर्थोग्राफिक ट्रांसक्रिप्शन हम करके देखें, वर्तनी वाइज हम उसको बना के देखें तो इसका क्या आएगा? ही हैड हिज फादर्स ईयर्स एंड हिज मदर्स ओपन आर्ट. ये phonetic symbols इसके लिए यूज किए गए हैं. As you can see, they are very different texts that have very different uses. Phonetic transcription, also known as phonetic script or phonetic notation, is the visual representation of speech sounds or phones by means of symbols. The most common type of phonetic transcription uses a phonetic alphabet such as the International Phonetic Alphabet. ये अभी तक जो हमने पढ़ा उसको समराइज किया. ऑर्थोग्राफी. ऑर्थोग्राफी इज द सिस्टम ऑफ स्पेलिंग इन अ लैंग्वेज. किसी भाषा में स्पेलिंग की क्या व्यवस्था है उसको ऑर्थोग्राफी कहा जाता है. हिंदी भाषा में हम इसे वर्तनी के रूप में जानते हैं. The pronunciation of words in all languages changes over time. However, their written forms are often not modified to take account of such changes and do not accurately represent the pronunciation. Pronunciation can also vary greatly among dialects of a language. एक ही जगह के अलग अलग क्षेत्रों के भाषा के अंदर भी उच्चारण में काफी अंतर आता है. Standard orthography in some languages, such as English and Tibetan, is often irregular and makes it difficult to predict pronunciation from spelling. For example, the words B-O-U-G-H, bow, and T-H-R-O-U-G-H, throw, do not rhyme in English, even though their spellings might suggest otherwise. One is bow and other is threw. Other languages, such as Spanish and Italian, have a more consistent but still imperfect relationship between orthography and pronunciation. While a few languages may claim to have a fully phonemic spelling system, a phonemic orthography. For most languages, phonetic transcription makes it possible to show pronunciation with something much nearer to a one-to-one relationship between sound and symbol than is possible with the language orthography. Phonetic transcription allows one to step outside orthography, examine differences in pronunciation between dialects within a given language, and identify changes in pronunciation that may take place over time. A basic principle of phonetic transcription is that it should be applicable to all languages and its symbols should denote the same phonetic properties whatever the language being transcribed. It follows that a transcription device for one individual language or one group of languages is not a phonetic transcription but an orthography. कि ऐसा फोनेटिक ट्रांसक्रिप्शन सिस्टम जो कि किसी भाषा विशेष के लिए या भाषाओं के समूह विशेष के लिए है उसे हम ऑर्थोग्राफी कह सकते हैं, फोनेटिक ट्रांसक्रिप्शन नहीं कह सकते. नाउ फोनेटिक वर्सेस फोनेमिक डिस्क्रिप्शन ट्रांसक्रिप्शन एंड नैरो वर्सेस ब्रॉड ट्रांसक्रिप्शन. Phonetic transcription may be used to transcribe the phonemes of a language, or it may go further and specify their precise phonetic realization. In all systems of transcription, there is a distinction between broad transcription and narrow transcription. Broad transcription indicates only the most noticeable phonetic features of an utterance. Broad transcription क्या दर्शाता है? जो अटरेंस या जो स्पीच है उसके मुख्य जो नोटिसेबल ध्यान में आने योग्य जो फीचर्स है वो दिखाता है. Whereas narrow transcription encodes more information about the phonetic characteristics of the allophones in the utterance. जबकि narrow transcription जो है उसके बारे में और ज्यादा जानकारी देता है. The difference between broad and narrow is a continuum, but the difference between phonemic and phonetic transcription is usually treated as binary distinction. Phonemic transcription is a particular form of broad transcription which disregards all allophonic difference. As the name implies, it is not really phonetic transcription at all, though at times it may coincide with one, but a representation of phonemic structure. A transcription which includes some allophonic detail but is closely linked to the phonemic structure of an utterance is called allophonic transcription. Narrow phonetic transcription notes the words of a speaker says as a series of sounds. Narrow phonetic transcription क्या करता है? वक्ता के शब्दों को जैसे ध्वनियों की एक सीरीज हो, श्रृंखला हो, इस तरह से नोट करता है। एवरी साउंड हैज इट्स ओन सिंबल, हर ध्वनि का अपना एक सिंबल होता है। दिस कैन लीड टू अ वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स ट्रांसक्रिप्शन डॉक्यूमेंट। There is a simpler way to transcribe these sounds, phonemic, or we can say broad transcription. With phonemic transcription, two similar sounds may share the same symbol if the difference between the sound does not change the word's meaning. दो phonemic सिमिलर साउंड्स हैं तो उनको वो एक जैसे सिंबल को शेयर कर सकते हैं यदि उनसे वर्ड के मीनिंग में कोई चेंज नहीं है। Thus, a phonemic transcription is less nuanced than a phonetic one. A broad transcription can be a useful compromise between a narrow transcription and an orthographic one. However, it might not have as much detail as some specialists need. The advantage of the narrow transcription is that it can help learners to produce exactly the right sound. Narrow transcription का फायदा क्या है कि उसको जानकर जो सीखने वाले लोग हैं वो बिल्कुल सही ध्वनि निकाल सकते हैं and allows linguists to make detailed analysis of language variation. The disadvantage is that a narrow transcription is rarely representative of all speakers of a language. A further disadvantage of narrow transcription is that it involves a larger number of symbols that may be unfamiliar to non-specialists. The advantage of broad transcription is that it usually allows statements to be made which apply across a more diverse language community. It is thus more appropriate for the pronunciation data in foreign language dictionaries, which may discuss phonetic details in the preface but rarely give them for each entry. A rule of thumb in many linguistic contexts is therefore to use a narrow transcription when it is necessary for the point being made, but a broad transcription whenever possible. With phonetic transcriptions, dictionaries tell you about the pronunciation of words. In English dictionaries, phonetic transcriptions are necessary because the spelling of an English word does not tell you how you should pronounce it. Phonetic transcriptions are usually written in the International Phonetic Alphabet, in which each English sound has its own symbol. For example, the IPA-based phonetic transcription of the word home is home, and the transcription of come is come. Note that in spelling these words are similar. They both end in OMA, but their phonetic transcriptions are different because they are pronounced differently. Phonetic transcription is usually given in brackets like this: hum, slanting lines, come, slanting line. Word stress. When a word has many syllables, one of them is pronounced more strongly. This is called word stress, and we say that the syllable is stressed. For example, in the word become, the stress syllable is come. If the stress syllable was be, become would be pronounced like become. Dictionary tell you which syllable is stressed. The most popular system is to put a vertical line before a stressed syllable in the phonetic transcription of the word. For example, the transcription for become is slanting line BI, के से पहले हमारा वर्ड कॉमा है तो ये क्या शो कर रहा कि ये K is stressed syllable. If a word has only one syllable, example like pen, watch, dictionaries usually do not put the stress mark before it, so they don't write, they simply write pen. Some dictionary use other system for showing word stress. For example, they may put after the stress syllable, comma after the stress syllable, they may underline the stressed syllable. Representing differences between British and American English. Many words are pronounced differently in British and American English. Of course, these differences must be reflected in phonetic transcriptions. There are two basic ways to do this. Separate transcriptions for British and American English, for example, DOT dot. British English में अलग तरीके से लिखा हुआ है dot, American में tat. FARM form, Britain English में form. Form are silent और American English में farm are pronouns. Go, go, British English में go, go. Mother, British English में mother, mother, mother. This system is used in advanced learners' dictionaries from Longman, Oxford, and Cambridge. The problem with this system is that you have to write 2 transcriptions for most words, which takes up a lot of space. One compromise transcription for both British and American English. This is done by using mostly British phoneme symbols plus the R symbol. Dot. Form. M लगा दिया, M के पहले R लगा दिया. It means it is for American. Go, mother. In this system, transcriptions are shorter, but the reader has to know that in American English, O changes to R and R changes to R. Thank you.